Hey, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts-Weinstein, and today we're going to compare ZenBusiness, Stripe Atlas, Doola, and BetterLegal to see who you should use to set up your LLC. Well, to set up your business, I should say, and you'll see what I mean in a few minutes. So if you're thinking about setting up a business that is going to be an LLC or a corporation for that matter, you may want to hire someone to help you. And yes, you could hire an individual attorney, but that's fairly expensive. You could also use one of these services. And I've done videos in the past about other services that you could hire, such as LegalZoom, for example. Now I'm going to review some more that you all have requested and ones that I specifically found for you to look at to see which of these services you should use to set up your LLC or corporation. I'll talk about that in a minute. So the ones we're going to look at today are ZenBusiness, Stripe Atlas, Doola, and BetterLegal. So let's go ahead and start with ZenBusiness. ZenBusiness, you get to their website, they have a whole bunch of stuff really looking at starting an LLC as being their first big thing. So what we're going to be doing when we look at all these companies is kind of putting together what's the minimum price that you're going to have to pay. I'm going to look for what's the smallest package with the least amount of fees, but including registered agent services, because most likely you're going to want that. So plan and start a business, make a business plan, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at formation services. Okay, all the tools you need. Compare packages. Starter plan is $0, does not renew, plus state filing fees. It never is going to include state filing fees. That totally makes sense because every state is different. And then sometimes they don't have filing fees. Right now, here in April of 2023, California doesn't have filing fees, but that won't be true in the future. That's going to go away. Okay, then $199, billed annually, you get faster service and you get an operating agreement. I don't know if operating agreement's worth $199. And then $299, even faster service, and you get a website. I don't know why you would need to also get a website at the same time. I mean, you're probably going to want a website, but you don't necessarily want it from the same company who forms your LLC. I mean, those are really different services. So let's go ahead and select this lowest thing and see what's included. Now it says this is a special offer. You can easily add more services. The filing times are averages. All right, let's go ahead and start now and see what happens. Oh no. You know how much I hate when you hit a button and all of a sudden you're chatting with a bot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't even type things. I have to say ready to start my LLC. You know I hate this stuff. Okay, great. What do you want to name your business? I'm just going to make something up. EPW Coaching LLC. Okay. Sounds good. What state? California. I'm going to select California if that's available when I'm picking this for different places. I'm going to check if it's available, which that's actually is kind of nice. I mean, you can easily search for that on the website in BizFile, but it's nice that they do that. What's your first name? Elizabeth. Okay, come on. I'm going to say some. I'm hoping that they'll let me skip things. Will it have employees excluding you in the first year? I'm going to say no. This is a tiny little business that we're starting, this little coaching business. Great, solopreneurs have physical location. No, it's a home business. Blah, blah, blah. What stage? Launching soon, we're going to say. Oh my goodness, ZenBusiness. Please. It is, I'm just going to say primary income. Pick a category. Coaching, we're going to say life coaching. Okay, we've helped them. I don't know why it has to give me a little person typing. Skip this. I do not want to save. Okay. Oh my gosh. Determining second X drivers, assessing impactful services, done. Recommended service, registered agent. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm appointing them as my registered agent. That is something that's part of this thing that we want to do. EIN and business documents. We are not doing that. Obviously you can, but you see how they want to upsell you a lot. Now the registered agent, they just had a little star. I don't know how much that costs. EIN $149, EIN $99, business documents $99. I'll handle my own for right now. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We want packages. Okay, I don't even get to pick what words I want to use. Okay, popular package. Oh my gosh. I don't want to say have you pitched. All right, I want the 0. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is bookkeeping services. No, I do not want that. Expedited or rush filing. No, it's fine. Online tools. What is that? All the professional features you want and need to grow your business. Oh, it's a website and stuff. Okay. No, I would do that separately. I mean, I'm the kind of person who makes my own website. Customize operating agreement. I'm going to say no. That is something that you will need an operating agreement, but you may want to do that separately. Annual worry-free compliance, $199. No. And then let's go. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to have to put in my email and phone number or it won't give me the final price. I still don't know how much the registered agent stuff costs. So hold on a second. Okay. So starter LLC 0, standard filing speed. I don't want to upgrade. Registered agent service. Okay. So the fee is 0. The registered agent is $199 and that's annual. And you are paying that from the beginning. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff you're not paying. California filing fees are 0. So right now you pay 0, and then I'm most likely with how they're doing it is you don't pay the registered agent fee of $199 until it goes through. $199 is on the higher end of registered agent fees. There are ones that are definitely less than that. It's not the highest. LegalZoom is the highest one that I've seen of conventional non-giant corporation ones. So obviously I'm not going to continue on to payment, but you can see all the things that they want to upsell you to. Their Money Pro, which is their bookkeeping service, EIN, documents package. I don't actually know what all the documents are that are included there. Online tools, rush filing, operating agreement, worry-free compliance, filing fees. So a lot of things that they could potentially upsell you to. I'm going to go ahead and just look at the costs of these and see. So it's $30 a month, $149 if you did the various things. Online tools are $149 a year. Rush filing is $49 or $99. Operating agreement is $125. Worry-free compliance is $199. Okay, those are all the different fees. It's a few days later, and I realized that I didn't do due diligence for these companies, so let's go ahead and do that now. ZenBusiness.com. Now, I've heard of them for many years, so I know that they kind of have been around and they exist. We do have a phone number up here. So let's scroll down to the bottom and see who they actually are. They're a public benefit corporation, which is interesting. I'm actually going to click on that so I can show you what that's right. Public benefit corporation. That means that they're not just have a duty to make profit. They also are trying to do good things in the world. And that's what you do when you have created a business that's a public benefit corporation. It's still for profit, but it's both for profit and for the other things. So that actually makes me feel pretty good about ZenBusiness. Let's look at them as a company. Who are they? All their pop-ups are making me crazy. All right, accept that. All right. Public benefit corporation. Here's our values. We value diversity. I'm trying to find who the people are who run this business. Let's look at contact us. Get in touch with us, give us a call, email us, find answers in the help center. They said that they've helped 400,000 people. They're in Austin, Texas. I'm actually going to go ahead and look them up in Texas. Oops, no, I'm not a robot. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Details. Yeah, they're a firm in Delaware. And so here's their registered agent address. And then here's the various people, the CEO and all that kind of stuff. So that's really good that we have that information. So now let's go on to the next one. Stripe Atlas. Now I included this here because I really wanted to share stuff about Stripe Atlas to you, but you can't use Stripe Atlas to form an LLC in California. That's not what this platform is for. So you may have heard of Stripe. That is a payment processor service. I actually use that in my own business and I recommend it as an option for many people. Stripe Atlas is wonderful if you are not in the United States. It can be very hard to set up a business if you're not physically located in the United States. And I mean, you as the human person isn't here. It can be really hard to get your bank account set up, all kinds of things. Stripe Atlas has kind of figured all that stuff out. And so it's a great resource for those of you who are not physically in the United States, want to form a business here in the United States, but you're not going to be here. And so you need to be able to do all the stuff that you need to do in the US. They have that down. So you can start the company here. I'm going to scroll down where they talk about everything. So Stripe Atlas is different because you're actually forming the company in Delaware. So this is going to be $500 fee to form the company in Delaware, and I'm assuming it's a corporation. I'm going to click on this and make sure. Delaware's filing fees, sign documents to establish bylaws and protect your IP, so bylaws and stuff, which you have to do for a corporation. So this is obviously for a corporation. It's issuing stock, first year of registered agent fees, getting your EIN, you get to be in a community and they have all kinds of stuff there. And then they also, if you pay another $100 a year, then they will act as your intermediary. I'm assuming that means that they're the registered agent. I'm going to click through on this. So this is not an LLC, as I said, and it's only in Delaware. But if you're outside the United States, it don't really matter what state you're probably going to file your stuff in. So who is this for? Stripe Atlas is not for most businesses who are located in the United States, where the founder is here physically in the United States. It's not for most businesses that have physical locations in the United States. What this is for is you're outside the United States and you need someone here to help you set everything up, especially get a bank account. And how they do that is they coordinated with online banks, like a bank like Mercury, to set everything up. And you, especially if you're going to be pitching venture capital. So you're building a business to get seed funding, angel funding, venture capital. Then you want to be a Delaware corporation. Then you really want to be a corporation because the funding that you're going to get, the seed funding people, the angel funding people, the venture capital funding people, they want to see that you're a Delaware corporation. That's just how it works. Also, they have set it up such that you can use like their systems to get your bank accounts. Let me show business bank accounts. Okay. So they use two different banks, Mercury and Novo. They also used a Silicon Valley Bank back in the past, but Silicon Valley Bank went under. So they use Mercury and Novo. I actually have opened up a bank account at Mercury. They are great because you can open up the bank account from anywhere in the world. So most of you would use Mercury. Novo is only if you're based in the US. And so it's kind of a different situation. You have to have a social security number for one of the founders. But for Mercury, you don't actually have to have a social security number for one of the founders, but you can use a passport. So huge difference. All right, now let's look at Stripe Atlas. Now, Stripe Atlas, I know about Stripe, and I've been in business with Stripe for many years. Stripe is my merchant provider where I accept credit cards for many years. But what does that mean about Stripe Atlas? What actually is Stripe Atlas in the sense of like, are they a separate entity or what? Let me try to see. They have a lot of products, things that they do. Look at guides. Oh, these are like blog posts and stuff. We don't need that. Docs. Okay. Yeah, I think looks like it's just part of Stripe. It's just one more of their various things that they do. Yeah, they have partners, partner benefits. So one of the things about Stripe, and like many of these companies, is they will help you with business bank accounts and things, and they have partners. I just put quote marks around that, even though I'm not in video right this second. The partners, most likely, there's a compensation there. It is like there's some kind of affiliate relationship where they're getting a percentage. Our partner, Legal Inc., is where you get the lawyers. That's actually very helpful. Let's look at Legal Inc. Okay, equity, entity management, corporate filings, registered agent services. Yeah. So this is a company that does all the kind of filings that companies need. And so if you have a big, huge, giant company, then you need to register in every single state. You need a business licenses all over the place. And so you hire someone to do that. Not necessarily a lawyer, but like a service. And these are the kinds of businesses that do it. I don't know if I've ever worked with Legal Inc., but I've worked with ones very much like this for larger clients who are in many states. So it looks like they do this for many different other businesses. And who are they? They're in Frisco, Texas, or their address is there. Legal Inc. Corporate Services Incorporated. And here's an address for them. So I recommend considering Stripe Atlas if you're outside the United States. So let's move on to the next one. All right, the next one is Doola. I've seen a lot of ads for them online, which is, why we're doing this. So they have this pop-up. I want to shut this down. All right. So fast and easy U.S. business formation, guaranteed anywhere, including Wyoming and Delaware, because people are really excited about Wyoming and Delaware. Delaware is great if you're trying to pitch funding. Otherwise, I would never form. Okay, no, I do not want to sign up. Do I have to sign up to see anything? Let's see. Form your LLC. Okay. All right. So to form your LLC in 10 minutes or start it in 10 minutes, your name, your personal address can be anywhere in the world, your email, then they're going to do that. How much does this cost? Okay. Can you please stop doing a pop-up? Thank you. All right. So Doola, $197. I'm going to write this down. $97 plus state fees. And then it includes, it includes your EIN, an operating agreement, registered agent for 1 year, U.S. bank account assistance. I'm assuming that they kind of have a deal with certain banks and who probably give them money, like some kind of, assuming they're having some kind of affiliate relationship with banks where they get money. And then mailing address, virtual mail. This is actually a lot of stuff. bank assistance. I don't know what that means. And then virtual mailbox. Let's see. It said registered agent for 1 year. That actually sounds really good. So let's go ahead and see if we can. Do you need to be a U.S. citizen? No, you don't. What information you get started. Wonder how to set up your company on H-1B visa. Doola for non-U.S. residents. I'm actually going to click that to see. Okay, so it looks like Doola has really also been focusing on people who are not inside the United States. So, maybe you're outside the United States, but you actually aren't going to be pitching venture capital or anything. You're self-funded. So it may not make sense to be a Delaware corporation in that case. And so you actually want to set up an LLC in whatever state. It sounds like they've kind of figured this out. So which state is best? If you are a foreign company doing consulting or e-commerce, we recommend Wyoming. And then Doola can do your tax stuff. What documents you need is just your passport. Interesting. All right, let's go back and see. Where is this? Okay, form and save now. I think I have to actually sign up things. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a name and email and stuff and see what questions they ask me. Okay, so let's form your company. What entity you're looking to form? Let's just say an LLC. Great for decentralized blockchain. Great for startups, for newer investors. Like they said, C Corp is great if you're looking for investors. All right, we're going to just do LLC. State, we're going to do California just because I'm comparing apples to apples with ZenBusiness. What will be a company name? EPW Coaching LLC. What industry? Okay. Whoa. What? Okay. This is a lot of money. Like, what is happening? Okay. So formation plus banking plus compliance is, I don't know what compliance means. We're going to see that, is $2,200 a year. Includes free entry formation assistance with the bank account, approval rate with global founders, what's included. Okay, so let's see. It includes operating agreement, EIN, free registered agent services. Free registered agent services would cost $2,000. Articles of organization, U.S. mailing address, assistance setting up your U.S. bank account and Stripe payment gateway. Compliance services. So this includes a lot of stuff. Compliance services, including annual state filings and registered agent renewal. IRS tax filings, quarterly CPA consults, books essential package. So they do your monthly categories transactions, so bookkeeping things, and then 24/7 live customer support. Okay, so they do a lot of stuff in this thing. So let's just do formation and banking. Okay, so the compliance is the big fee. So it's just form and banking. It is $197 a year. Now this is a year. It's an annual subscription billed once a year. Now you're getting your registered agent services in that. Are you? Oh, okay. So registered agent and state compliance filings renew for $197 a year. So is it $197 a year more than $197 a year? That's actually confusing to me. I'm not 100% sure. So you get the operating agreement. So they give you a template for you to customize. They help you with your EIN. If you're outside the United States, you do want someone to help with your EIN. There are other services that you can use for that, but you're going to need help because if you don't have a social security number, you can't do the EIN online. Your registered agent, we already talked about. Articles of organization. Articles of organization are the things to actually form it. A U.S. mailing address. Okay, so they're going to do your mailing services. Okay, so the $2,000 freaked me out, but this actually is not a insane price by any means because it includes registered agent services. I'm not 100% sure if it says registered agent and state compliance filings renew for $197 a year after 365 days, if that's what they mean here. It's a little bit confusing, but I'm thinking it's just $197 each year. But don't quote me on that because they're the ones who would be able to answer that question. Expedite EIN for $300. Average process time is 8 to 11 weeks. So they're doing the EIN, but then you can get the letter within 3 to 6 weeks. Probably they're going to file it in person for that. That's weird. Okay. I don't know why it would take that long. It can't take that long if you don't have a social security number. Doola Books, track transaction costs from multiple banking platforms. Okay, so Doola Books is $300 a year. Doola Invoicing is $50 a year. It seems like a lot of these companies, Doola is really making money, not on the front end on setting up the business, but on the back end where they're doing your bookkeeping and compliance and taxes and all this stuff. And that's a general principle for a lot of these services. The ones that charge more money to set up your business that's where they're making the money. Generally, the ones who charge less or zero, it's because they're making the money by collecting your data so they can upsell you to other stuff. Okay, now let's look at Doola. Oh my goodness. Okay, meet our team. Business. Oh, we have pictures of people. You know, I always love it when we have pictures of people who I think might actually be the people. Okay, can you stop popping up things though, Doola? That's obnoxious. Okay, the Doola team. They have job roles. They've been backed by investors like Y Combinator and things. So and venture investment. So there's people like these people actually know who the people running the business are. Distributed Incorporated, DBA, Doola. So Doola is a DBA of this corporation. We're not a law firm, etc. They're not a bank, etc. They were part of Y Combinator, which is why they feel kind of, startup-y. I'm gonna look at their contact information. Oh, if I hit contact, they open up my Gmail. I just like that. Okay. You can look at careers. This is a nice little tip. If you're actually ever trying to figure out where a business is located, you can see where they're hiring people for in-person work, and then it tells you where they're located. So it looks like they have a hybrid. So they have someone in New York. They have a place in Germany. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Hamburg, Germany, and New York are their offices. So that's good. So we know where they are. So Doola, I think, is a great option for those of you who are outside the United States because it looks like they're able to handle that, and you don't want to go with the Stripe Atlas where you're forced to have a corporation in Delaware. Like let's say you want an LLC in California or in Wyoming or whatever, then Doola might be a good option for you. All right, now let's check out BetterLegal. Another set up your business in 10 minutes. Your company will be official in just 2 business days, one-stop shop, handle all the filings. Okay, so they are $2.99 for 2 days. That includes forming it, the EIN, the operating agreement, and express processing. All right, let's go ahead and put in coaching in California. Okay, why did it disappear? Okay, so they actually changed the timing there. So now for EBW coaching in California, it says $2.99 plus $90 fees, which actually there isn't a $90 fee right now. I'm assuming as of April 2023. I'm assuming that's just because, and then they haven't changed that. 1 to 2 weeks, which is accurate. It takes a week or so for them to be processed. Extra help if you need it. So this does not include registered agent services. Let me check and see. Yeah, so you get a website, business checking account, tax consultation and analysis, and insurance evaluation. You get banking resolution of the business documents, operation and bylaws. They do give you a number of things, but they don't give you registered agent services included. So let's go ahead and hit this and see what happens. It's loading a form. All right, California. Is there consulting? Let's do consulting. Okay, owners and operators. Okay, you can be the registered agent for $90 a year or $10 a month. Okay, now that's actually a really good fee for registered agent services. Would you like BetterLegal to handle your state compliance? Okay, your annual reports. So in California, there is not an annual report. However, there is a statement of information that's due the first couple months after you form, and then it's due every 2 years. So I don't really see that you need to do this here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill out these other things just so we can get the final price. Because I'm concerned that it's charging $90 for the state of California fee when there isn't a $90 fee right now. So I think that's weird. So it's doing registered agent for $10 a month, state compliance. I'm going to unselect that. I'm also going to change registered agent to once a year because I think it's weird to charge by the month for that. Because that actually costs, that's $120. All right, articles of organization, that's what you filed to start it. They're going to get your EIN for you, which includes something extra, an operating agreement. It's going to be most likely a template. Banking resolution, something you need for banks. Bonus forms, including the S-Corp election. So this is like the instruction and form you can download for free off the IRS's website. Now, they are going to give them to you, so it makes it a little simpler. Then for free, they're giving you a website, a business checking account. That's weird to me. Doing some tax analysis. Then you can add in a payroll for more, to put on 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. All right. So they're saying it's $389 plus the $90, right? I'm hoping that they're not actually going to charge you the $90 for state of California filing because you don't have to pay right now, but I don't know. All right, now let's look at BetterLegal. So where are these people and who is actually running BetterLegal? It's not a law firm. Yeah, we're aware of this. Here are partners. And this is something too, when they talk about having partners like Square and Mercury and things, that gives you information about, assuming this is actually true, right? That about who else has vetted them, which is helpful. Now, you always want to do due diligence to make sure that those are actually true things, that they didn't just make that up, because that happened. I don't think these people are necessarily doing that, but it does happen. Let's look at contact us and see. Okay, we have customer service. You can fill out a form. And they actually also talk about they can help you get a bank account even if you're not inside the United States, which is great. I want to see where's information about them as a company. Let's just go down and see if we can find privacy policy and terms of use. All right, BetterLegal Solutions LLC. So that's the actual name of the business. Okay, they're not a law firm, blah, blah, blah. Let's get down to the bottom and see if we can find some contact information. Austin, Texas. All these people in Austin, Texas. And that looks like a very actual address. It doesn't even have a suite number. I'm going to actually look this up because, okay, that's a building, Rio Grande Street. Let's see what's at that address. Legacy Star Capital Partners. So they may be in a building with a bunch of other corporate businesses. One of the reasons I look at this place is because if it's an address that's a UPS store or something like that, it'll say UPS store there. And then you know. Okay, so what's the bottom line? The bottom line is, so of these 4 services, Stripe Atlas is great if you're outside the United States and you want to form a Delaware corporation so you can pitch venture capital, or if you're inside the United States, you want to form a Delaware corporation so you can pitch venture capital. That's just the kind of thing they do, is set up Delaware corporations so you're all ready to go. I think $500 is a great value for that. The second thing is, if you're outside the United States, but you affirmatively don't want a Delaware corporation, Doola may be a very good option for you to look at because they're set up for people who are outside the United States and they know how to handle that. Because there's a lot of issues you're going to run into, especially with anything to do with taxes or banking. ZenBusiness and BetterLegal. I'm unhappy with BetterLegal's system and how it keeps trying to charge me the $90, but there isn't a $90 fee right now. So I don't know what's up with that. It concerns me that their system doesn't seem to be set up correctly. ZenBusiness, I think, is very similar to some of the other ones where it's, $0, but they're going to try to pitch you and upsell you with these like different chats of AI and all this stuff to try to charge you lots more money. So you have to ignore that, which is similar to a lot of these systems. I mean, look at Doola that wanted to charge you $2,000. So you really have to watch out for these systems to not upsell you. The thing about ZenBusiness is they do charge you for the registered agent services in that first year, where if you compare them with my other video that I did, InkFile is also $0 to start, but they don't charge you for the registered agent services in the first year. So if you're trying to do this for the least amount of money possible, probably InkFile is going to be the least amount of money possible at the beginning, assuming you don't let them upsell you to anything. Now, I still do like Northwest because I find them the easiest to deal with. But InkFile, I am going to be posting a review very soon on InkFile where I actually used them to set up a business, and it went perfectly fine. InkFile did not have as fast of a turnaround time as Northwest. However, it was not bad. I got responses for them eventually. So if you're looking at all these different companies that I already evaluated and you're not thinking about pitching venture capital, so we're not thinking about the Stripe Atlas thing, Doola would be for someone who's outside the United States. And then for all the other ones, if price is your number one consideration, then I would say InkFile. And if not, then I would still say Northwest, which is from the other video. However, the main thing that I think for all of these systems is to make sure that you are aware of what they're charging you. You know what is the upfront fee that you're paying once, what are the annual fees that you're going to have to pay, and if you sign up for any extras, did you actually want those extras and are you actually going to use them? Again, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts-Weinstein. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, feel free to post them in the comments below and I'll try to point you in the right direction. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Subscribe for more videos like this. And if you'd like to ask more questions or connect further with me or anybody else in this community, you can join the Discord or the Patreon. Links are below. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.